Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you all. And welcome back to the Beta Plan, playing Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. And, well, I've done what I've said. I've gone to town and sold all the stuff, except for the good stuff. And I, for now, have kept Willem with his gear that we found for him. But I still would like to hear what it is. I probably have already heard when this video goes up, because, well, there's a day in between. If he stayed with us, and then we might sell his stuff later off after the mission. But, well, we kept all of the rest. I have not yet found out how to identify these two things. I haven't found yet a scroll of identifier or some such thing, but, well, perhaps later. Now we must face Mercurio.
What? How comes thou here? Flee now, and the great Mercurio will not smite thee.
So, hiding like a rat in a hole, whilst thy kin fight valiantly in defense of thy theft. Thou art a clotpole of a coward.
I hide not. My work is too important. Work thou hast interrupted. I shall crack open the tree of life and uncover all the secrets of death and life.
Ooh, that's an interesting question. No.
Canst thou restore mortal life to a vampire?
Soon, very soon, I shall have such secrets. Smite thy Bruja ally, and thou shalt be the first to be restored when the secrets of death are mine.
No, I don't think that's a wise idea, because even if we would do that, then it would be a one-on-one fight with you, and seeing we know of your deeds, and how sniveling and conniving you are, I doubt you will have it, will be true to your word, so...
Nay, thou art false. Give us the nod fragment, or my blade shall teach thee the secrets of death.
Nay, thou wilt tell Garanol of my theft. 'Tis better I bury thee in a secret grave, with stakes of oak piercing thy hearts, and a wraithworm shall hollow out thy noble brows and robust cheeks.
Well, I think it is time that we also use our powers. Use all on him. Mercurio resisted all, that's too bad. But what we are going to do is boost ourselves quite a bit. We have now used both celerity as well as hitting harder, and voila! Using our disciplines, we have defeated him quite handily. Yes, it costs a lot of our blood, but we can get it back. After all, this is the last level of this, dungeon. And, above are nice monks who I drained before in order to fill my blood. But yeah, that, learning now a bit how our powers use, this fight went a lot easier than our first, vampire fight.
The signs of Gehenna, Canto 4. So too, our grandsires will rise from the ground. They will break their fast on the first part of us. They will consume us whole.
What means this dire portent?
This is a great secret, known to a few wise vampires. The Book of Nod tells us that the 13 ancient founders of the vampire clans will one day rise from their age-old sleep. When these antediluvians emerge from torpor, they shall fall upon us, their descendants, and gorge their unholy thirst upon our blood. The day they rise is called Gehenna, or the Winnowing, and it signals the end of all that is. We know not how to prevent it, but even now Ekaterina searches for a way.
Why didst thou not tell me of this? With such evil barking at our heels, we must hasten our work.
Forgive us. Most young Canaanites are not ready to hear it. They mistrust their sire, and that we cannot have.
Oh, now we are a dilemma. We are a vampire who can prevent evil by being a vampire. Oh, that is most diabolical. To take an evil in order to end an evil. What do we find here? A fine flanked mace. That's a little different than normal. It does a little bit more damage, is a little slower, has the same accuracy. I had hoped for a little better gear than that, I must admit.
The Riki bat-fouling old Potok fears that I seek to betray him. But he shall not know with a certainty until the last of his sludge blood oozes from his pus-ridden corpse. The old maggot pie needeth my power in defense of his withered haven, and shall overlook my indiscretions. So I must keep his mewling household in a frenzy, defending themselves from aggrieved villains. I shall steal from the beslubbering Bruja to draw their wrath upon him. However, should his crusty majesty plumb the secrets of the golem, he shall need me no longer. So, I shall pollute the rabbi's gall-faced golem with grave rot, making it useless to him. Then shall I drink the old leper's blood before the moon hath fully waned.
Ah, truly a marvelous piece of acting from before the times of times. Yes.
Garanol's search for wisdom has not trespassed into our haven. 'Twas his false servant Mercurio. We were fortunate to find the fragment before another clan could learn of it. Others might not have spared Garanol in the search.
Well, luckily we have, and we also know now what is wrong with his golem, as it was pronounced by Mercurio, which I would rather see as golem, but that might be my mispronunciation. But I do like it that we kind of know how to use our fails in discipline blood healing. That is interesting that you can fill your own discipline. But alright, let's go topside. Let's drink a little bit more of the, well, unsuspecting necks of the brethren above, the human brethren. I'm not sure about if I should not or should sell this flailed mace. This fine flailed mace. Well, you have Mercurio's plot, that's at least good. Where's the Book of Nod fragment? I assume that's picked up because, well, that is a heavy plot item. By the way, I just noticed. This, look at it, they did it properly in the game. This is the sign of the clan of the, well, people we just invaded. The Cappadocians. So, they even worked out that detail in this in-game. Very nice, very nice. I applaud Diaphists, and say upon thee that thy work is greatly appreciated. Alrighty then. Can we... Oh. Yeah, that mechanic of sneaking around, if it was truly sneaking, I would be fine with it. But I doubt that if you walk like this, that you actually sneak and are less visible to enemies. I don't think that's really implemented in this in this game. And that's not bad, you don't really need always a sneaking mechanic, but you move so slowly by accident you click rather nearby. Ah, hello my dumpling. You are tasting mighty, mighty fine, I must say. Also, I eat very, very unpolitely. I'm making a lot of slurping noises. Holy heck, man, how much blood do you have in you? Christoph lost one humanity? What? He had still blood in him. Humanity. 65. Oh, right then, that was a little weird. I say that from now on we stop at about the halfway point, because that man clearly had some blood still left in him, as was shown, but I lost the humanity nonetheless. Let's not do that too often. That would be a bit, bad, I reckon.
We must hurry. Dawn approaches. The sun is a destroyer now, Christoph. Remember this. During the day, thou must find a place to rest where no sunlight can enter. Let us return to the university, where Katerina shall surely celebrate our triumph.
I cannot share thy pleasure over such a deed.
Come now. Before thy embrace, did thou not slay evil creatures? Behold, thy mission survives even thy death.
That is scant solace for the loss of my soul.
Thou dost brood too much upon events thou cannot change, Christoph. Seek consolation in our Promethean mission. Bury thy woe in the blood-drenched soil of battle. I have found that the fury of war weaves enchantments that soothe even the most troubled heart, kindred and kind alike.
I well know the seduction of warfare.
Then thou knowest the joy of cutting a bloody swath through thy foeman.
The only joy I felt was in doing the work of heaven as a soldier of God. I have done nothing to warrant this fallen state. How can God allow men to become demons? How can God snatch away the promise of salvation?
God allows the innocent child on the battlefield to cry and does nothing. So why should God prevent the misery of a killer like unto thee?
I do not know. I have not considered these things.
Come, I promise thee a trip to the convent, but make haste. Dawn comes quickly.
I must say... Oh?
Christoph? My love?
Thou art accursed, if Christoph be thy love.
Nay, do not go, my lord. Let me look upon thee. Good my lord, forgive me. I was filled with fright to behold thee. Thy comely face is now sicklied over with a pale cast, and I scarcely recognized thee. Forgive me. Thou hast been gone so long, we feared for thy life.
Thou feared aright, for I am dead to the world, and my soul is lost.
Do I behold a ghost? Nay, I touch thy arm, and I know thou art flesh and blood.
Not flesh, only blood.
My lord, thy words do fill my heart with fear, and I tremble. Good my lord, why dost thou look so strangely upon me?
My mind is filled with thoughts of such base villainy. My hunger for thee is stronger now than when my heart did pump its own warm blood.
I know not what misfortune weighs so heavily upon thy soul, or has driven the rosy warmth from thy cheek, but the heavenly powers can banish all such darkness.
Should they banish this darkness, they would banish all that is left of me.
Say not so. My lord, I know thy heart, and thy soul is pure.
My heart, my soul? Thy words torment me with remembrance of all that I have lost. I was a fool to have come here. I must never return to a house of God.
Nay, I pray thee stay. My honored lord, thy soul is in peril.
My honored lady, my soul is lost. My cause is doomed, and I am damned. I go. I will not look upon thee again.
Then I pray thee, my lord, receive this token of me. 'Tis but a small amulet of St. Jude. Thou didst give it me, and it hath soothed the pangs of mine own heart that began when first I beheld thee, and a desperate, hopeless love did grow in my breast. Mayhap it will be some consolation to thy doomed cause.
Art thou deaf, woman? My cause is lost!
Therefore do I offer thee the amulet of Jude, patron saint of lost causes.
Oh.
Thou, sweet heavens, guide him.
But she still holds the amulet. Also, I must say, I think the Masquerade is in full effect yet in this game, as the monks just went by, as Willem just said, calmly talked about kindred and kind and slaying and what have you not. And actually the interesting thing is that we know, actually, if you have listened to the audiobook that I made about, well, the first chapter in the manual, something you don't see in the game, about the history of Christoph, that he actually has quite some uncertainties in him. That his first kill was a boar, and well, the look on his eyes was something that never left him. Or his first kill on a barbarian, and later on, well, he was wroth and pain, well, when he saved actually his lord, because of the looks of the man that tried and kill him. which, well, by my reckoning, is probably another vampire. And I can understand why they would try to take the life of a lord such as Sir Covert. But, well, I think that, well, probably if I would go into the university, I will start another hefty cutscene. And I'm not sure if that is wise, so perhaps for once we will make this a short episode. Now, you know what? We could seal the flail maze just before we do that. You know, and perhaps we'll stumble upon something small that we can do. I wonder also if the rats, yeah, the rats refill. Now that is good to know. Very good. Even if they are but small sustenance, they are a little bit of sustenance. Hello, my rats. Also, Kristoff, he's an ass. His love, Aneshka, tries to calm him, and I understand that he feels, well, crestfallen for what has happened to him, but... And he dare not say that he is a vampire, I can also understand that. But... accept your gift then at least. Or make it no, not an excuse, I am all for honesty normally, but yeah.
Let's loose thy wrath. Let's loose thy wrath.
This probably just, by the way, lowers my things to be hit, but personally I kind of like the way we have. We have a decent defense, so it seems, and well... we do not get hit too often, but sometimes we do get hit. I've seen the neutral stance seems to be, for me, the best.
Good day to ye, young sir.
Probably an offensive stance would be really good if we had, for instance, what? Unholy studded leather armor. Max 60 humanity. I don't have max 60 humanity, but why does this smith have that? But I think that an offensive stance would be better if you have something that, well, let's face it, does a lot of damage, so that the damage multiplier would be even increased more. Unholy plate mill. Minimal 55 strength, so perhaps that we've increased our strength is not too bad. Maximum 20 humanity. That is very little, man. That would mean that you almost always go into frenzy. Huh. Dread Velchin. Chance of causing fear in an opponent. That's not too shabby. We could buy that. 71, 64. Yeah, he considers the fine filled mace to be more powerful. Berserker hammer. Chance of causing fear in wielder. They're causing frenzy in wielder. I'm reading that wrong. These are all normal things. Where is that sword that did faith damage? It seems to be gone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It seems like, well, the weapons need to be bought immediately, or otherwise may go out. Well, I don't want the Berserker Hammer. The Dredge Velchin, actually, I kind of am annoyed when people get feared because it becomes so hard to hit. The Gloves of Dexterity might actually be good for long term, but plus 5 Dexterity doesn't sound like a lot, to be honest. Adds to the wearer's defense, increase defense plus 5. And the Unholy Studded Leather Armor, yeah, I could buy that, but I don't have that little humanity, my man. Now, I know this does more damage, but this swings 10% faster, right? So 10% faster is a 3.5 damage increase, so to speak, if you would look per second, in comparison to this. So indeed, a fine filled mace is a little better. We're going to sell it.
You have my hand on it. 'Tis a deal.
Voila. And then we have gone over to the flailed mace. We would swing a little less often, but our hits should be a little bit more impacting. But 40, well, if it swings 10% slower, yeah, 3.5, it should just be a little bit better, but only barely better. But let me know if indeed all these weapons recycle. Well, then I don't know even if I could ever have bought the sword that would have done faith damage, because it was 5,000 bucks. But perhaps it returns once. Moreover, I also really would love to use my XP, but Is there no way to trigger that just like that? All kinds of questions that I might get answered either by my watchers or by me reading the manual a little bit more, because I was doing that, but well, I needed to make episodes, otherwise they would not be on time, and pray thee the Lord that I do not deliver you your daily dose of the beta plan on time. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.